Hey Kentucky, welcome back. It is time for a game of Fill in the Blank. We have help today from Brian Woodard. He's been here before. You may remember him and his Pikeville native and his hat. Brian, how are you?
I'm very well, Matt.
Good. Get that hat going. What's up first?
Kentucky Senator Rand Paul was the only opposing vote when a bill to crack down on unwanted robocalls sailed through the Senate last week. Matt and Drew, what's this news?
It's not surprising because Rand Paul, like Thomas Massie, just votes on silly things. They passed a bill. It was like 99-1 to not allow robocalls at certain times of day, and he's the one that's for it. Rand Paul makes no sense.
Everyone hates those robocalls, and they get worse and worse every day. I don't know how he could be go against it. I need to hear his explanation.
His argument was that people should have the freedom to make those calls.
No, you're bothering me.
I want the freedom to them to leave me alone, Rand. Come on. What's next?
State traffic officials are considering an outer loop highway somewhere south of I-275 in northern Kentucky to provide an east-west option in a region dominated by major roads that run north and south. This idea is what, guys?
Brilliant and needed. If you've ever tried to go to Cincinnati, anywhere from about 3 to 7, forget it. This would be a great way to help fix that. Part of the problem is getting off on those east-west roads. This would be really good, and it would actually help some of these towns on the outskirts.
They desperately need this. Northern Kentucky is blowing up, and there's only one way to get east and west. It's a huge mess anytime you try to do it. This should have been done years ago.
Tell you who'll vote against it, Thomas Massie. He'll be out there going, we need the freedom to have traffic. What's next?
Kentucky native Ashley Judd says she is not part of the tentative $44 million settlement between Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein and some of the women who have accused him of sexual misconduct. Judd's decision to, quote, go it alone is what?
It's courageous. Look, we talked to her after this happened. Whatever people's thoughts about Ashley's politics, she was a key part in what has happened with the Me Too movement and in bringing Harvey Weinstein to justice. I think she should go for whatever she believes she deserves.
Yeah, she was at the front of this, and she's not just going to take a check to go away. She's going to fight him and make sure he gets the justice.
Ashley Judd, I will stand for what she believes in. I have respect for that no matter what. What's next?
Starting tomorrow, Churchill Downs is going to raise purse offerings by more than 10% for the second half of its spring meet, thanks to robust business from historical racing machines at the Derby City Gaming Facility. This move is what?
Hypocritical, because you know what historical racing machines are, Drew? Slot machines. They're raising the purses because they have slot machines, but nobody else can have slot machines. We call them historical racing machines. I'm glad they're bringing it up, but you know what? This is part of the hypocrisy of slot machines in this state.
I wish I had more than 8 seconds to go on my gambling rant, but you're right. To say those little slot machines of old races is ridiculous.
I want you to go look at those and tell me what is historically racing about a slot machine that says bar, cherry, dog.
Jackpot.
What's next?
And last, the city of Litchfield has voted to allow golf carts on city streets and roads as long as the carts are fitted for street legal use and meet some other criteria. Matt and Drew, this news is what?
I don't know. The devil's in the details. What does it mean to have a golf cart that has street criteria? I need to know that. But otherwise, what's wrong with a golf cart on the road, especially in Litchfield?
I don't know, man. I think a lot of people would just bail on their car and just start driving golf carts around. Much cheaper, better on the environment.
They got those inhibitors, though. You can only go
take the
like
governor
8
off.
miles an hour.
Take the governor off and you're gone.
Well, listen, I'll make my cart street legal and go to Litchfield and just start rolling. Brian, you are the man. How you been?
Been very well, Matt.
Well, good. I'm glad you're here. Glad your hat's here. We will take a break and be right back. Hey, Kentucky is after this.